Hello, my dear students. Let me start session 4. In this session, we shall discuss about the linearly dependence and linearly independence of vectors. Very interesting topic, easy also. I hope you'll enjoy it and easy to remember. Linear dependence. To define a linearly dependence or linearly independence, first it should be vector space over a real field. Remember this point. Let V be a vector space. Let V be a vector space over a field F. V of F means vector space over a field F. A finite set alpha 1 to alpha n containing vectors is said to be linearly dependent if there exist scalars c1, c2, cn. Not all of them are 0. Not all of them are 0. That means few of scalars may not be 0. That means some are 0, some are not 0. Such that the linear combination equal to 0. Linearly dependent. The difference between these two definitions is here, if it is linearly independent, all the scalar values are 0. If it is linearly dependent, not necessary all the scalar values must be 0. It means some of them or at least one scalar value is not 0. That means non-zero. Of course, the condition remains same. Linear combination equal to 0. Here C1 is 0, C2 is 0, Cn is 0. Here C1 to Cn, all the scalar values may not be 0. At least one scalar is not equal to 0. You'll understand these two definitions only when we solve the examples. Let me take examples. Show that the set containing vectors x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3, z1, z2, z3 of V3R. V3R means vector space over a real field containing 3 vectors is linearly dependent if and only if the determinant equal to 0. Let me denote this set by S. Is linearly dependent if and only if there exist scalars, not all of them are 0. This is by definition. Okay, such that the linear combination equal to 0, that you know. In place of alpha 1, we have ordered triple of x. In place of alpha 2, ordered triple of y's. In place of alpha 3, we have ordered triple of z. Okay, equating, we get these 3 equations. These equations has a non-trivial solution only when the matrix, this matrix is said to be the coefficient matrix, is equal to 0. The coefficient matrix is singular only when the determinant value takes 0. Remember, if the vectors are linearly dependent, then the coefficient matrix is singular, means the determinant value takes 0. Okay, this shows that the set containing vectors is linearly dependent only if and only if the determinant containing the vectors x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3, z1, z2, z3. Remember, the transpose of determinant, transpose of A is equal to A only. That is determinant of A is equal to determinant of transpose of A. Therefore, here we see x1, x2, x3 in the first column. Here we see x1, x2 in the row, first row. That means since both are equal, therefore the value remains same. Let us take an example. We denote each vector as a row of a matrix. First vector as a first row of matrix, second vector as second row of a matrix, and third row as third vector as third row of matrix. The determinant A means 1, 3, 2, 1, minus 7, minus 7, minus 8, 2, 1, minus 1. The determinant value is 0. Therefore, the vectors are linearly dependent. That means since it is singular, that means determinant value takes 0. Therefore, it is linearly dependent. For what value of k? The set is linearly dependent. Let me form again. Treat each vector as a row of the determinant and expand. We get 9. That means if k is 9, then the vectors are linearly dependent. Another example. Show that the set containing the vectors 1, 0, minus 1, 1, 2, 1, 0, minus 3, 2 is linearly dependent. Treat each vector as a row of the determinant and expand. Here we get 10. 10 is not equal to 0. 10 not equal to 0 means it is not singular, means non-singular. Therefore, the vector is linearly, the set containing the vectors is linearly independent. Very interesting example. If alpha, beta, gamma are the linearly independent vectors of a vector space over a field F, that means C1 alpha 1, C2 beta plus C3 gamma equal to 0, where C1, C2, C3 equal to 0 because the vectors are linearly dependent. But here we have to show that the set containing the vectors of the form alpha plus beta, the nature of the vector is alpha plus beta. The second vector is of the nature beta plus gamma, and third vector is of nature gamma plus alpha. We have to show that this set is also linearly independent. To prove this one, we have to form a linear combination and equating that linear combination to 0. For that, what we have to do? We have to multiply each vector by a scalar. I will multiply alpha plus beta by C1, beta plus gamma by C2, and gamma plus alpha by C3, and summing. Next step is grouping. That means coefficient of alpha is C1 plus C3, coefficient of beta is C1 plus C2, and coefficient of gamma is C2 plus C3. Since the vectors are linearly independent, therefore C1 plus C3 takes 0, C1 plus C2 takes 0, C2 plus C3 is also 0. If we solve these three equations, we get C1 value as 0, C2 value as 0, and C3 value 0. That shows that if alpha, beta, gamma are linearly independent, then the set containing the vectors of the form, what? The set containing the vectors of the form alpha plus beta, beta plus gamma, and gamma plus alpha is also linearly independent. Next example, I will take an example containing the set containing polynomials. First polynomial, S is a set containing the polynomial. First polynomial 3 plus x square. Second polynomial 2 minus x plus 5x square. This is second polynomial. This is the first polynomial, whereas the last polynomial is of the form 4 minus x square. What we have to do, first we have to complete the polynomial. First one is complete, fine. Second one is complete, okay. The third one is not complete. We have to complete by writing like this. Here x is missing, therefore we have to write the last polynomial as 4 plus 0x minus x square. Taking the constant term in the first column, coefficients of x in the second column of the determinant, and coefficient of x square in the third column of the determinant. We get this. Expanding, we get, after if we simplify this one, we get 29. 29 means not equal to 0. Not equal to 0 means the determinant value is not equal to 0, means non-singular. Non-singular means the vectors are linearly independent. This completes the solution. I hope you got it. All examples are very easy. We try to work out few more example. Okay, thank you and have nice day. Okay.